It's Unit for TrueGameHeadz, and I'm here with Matthew from Electronic Arts. He's going to tell us a little bit about Spore Hero for the Nintendo Wii.
Hi. So yeah, this is our brand new game from the Spore franchise, built especially for the Wii. We managed to wrestle the creature editor from the PC game, the full thing, working on the Wii. We have all the parts available from the PC game. We have all the parts from the Cute Creepy expansion pack. And right now in our game, it means that you can create the hero you want to save the world, because this is actually a story-driven action-adventure game in which you are playing the hero that will save the world against all those evil forces trying to mess up with it.
So what was your decision to make it like a third-person action game as compared to the PC version, which is sort of like a simulation?
Well, the first inspiration was that we really wanted to make sure this was first and foremost a Wii game in its own right. It needed to feel right, it needed to feel Nintendo, to have the right visuals, the right humor, the right feel to it. And for us, the action-adventure with the third person and a bit of role-playing elements where you can create the creature you want and just evolve it any way you want, for us that just felt right.
So, does this story take place within the actual Spore universe from the PC version?
Very much so, since this is the very beginning of the Spore universe, in the sense that, you know, the Spore game talked a little about it, so we're creating a brand new Spore universe with this. It's the same universe, but what I mean is that we're starting to really flesh it out. So we have these red and blue meteors that crashed on a really nice planet that didn't ask any trouble from anybody. And the blue meteors are actually a force of evolution, a force of creation. That's where you spawned out of, your egg rolled out of a blue meteor. And those shards are everywhere, and they're actually helping people evolve and become greater and bigger and cooler. And the red meteor is actually a force of chaos and corruption and just bad people. And out of it rolled an egg that was that essentially spawned a bad guy. That he's your nemesis that you'll be following everywhere. You're just always one step behind him. He's always growing, evolving like you, becoming bigger, meaner, badder, and you're just trying to prevent him from messing up life for everybody else.
It sounds cool. Now, being on the Wii, is there any motion controls implemented into the game?
Obviously, it's a Wii game. We wanted to make sure we're using the controllers, you know, the best way possible. So, a lot of the mechanics use the nunchuck, use the motion of the Wiimote. Most of it, especially for combat, things like social challenges. Usually, it's for activities that are outside of regular gameplay. Then again, when you're walking around, when you're playing the game, you'll be waggling the Wiimote to kick stuff, to interact with most things. So yes, even the creature editor, we have the full functionality, but we redid all the interface to make sure that it actually worked really well and it felt comfortable and right with the Wiimote and nunchuck.
So, it seems like having the creature editor in there is like you can literally spend days just sitting there creating thousands of creatures before you actually start playing the game.
It's part of the fun, I won't hide that. The one thing is, if you do play the game, that's the way to unlock all the different parts in the game. That's the way to actually gather all the blue shards that are your currency in the editor. So you will need to play the game. In some point, if you just do the story mode and try to just blow through it really fast, you'll never get all the parts in the game. So you'll really have to want to go back and try to put on some wings and glide to places you couldn't go before. Maybe put on the better fins that allow you to swim against the current and go to the places you couldn't go before and gather all the little shards and all the last little pieces.
Now, one of the cool things about the standalone editor for the PC was the ability for users to upload their creations online and, you know, for everyone to see the crazy stuff that these guys created. Is there any type of mode in this version that allows you to upload your characters and let everyone see it?
That is one of those things that at this point I'm not allowed to talk about. We still have a little ways to go before we launch actually this fall. So we have to keep a few things in our back pocket.
All right, we'll leave a question mark on that one.
All right.
So, are there any online capabilities within this game?
Yeah, that's part of the thing.
Another question mark.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, multiplayer.
Yeah, right now we're really happy to show, this is the first at E3 that we've shown this. We just created a versus mode or a competitive mode. Essentially it allows you to create any weird creature you want and battle your friends with it. depending on which parts you put on, obviously it'll change the abilities that your creature have. It'll change the mechanics that are available to you. There's little things that are as satisfying as having your friend create this huge monster with horns everywhere and the claws and everything, and you create this little pink ball with one leg and a little mouth, and you still whoop him.
that does sound cool. So when can we expect a release date for this?
That's it. This fall you'll be able to get this game. Right now you can already pre-order it.
Oh wow, well, there you go. You can start pre-ordering it now. This fall, Spore for Nintendo Wii. Make sure y'all check it out.